Hello everyone, welcome on in. I'm Velvet and today we are going to be building in Sims 4 a royalty and legacy. Thank you to the Sims Creator Program for helping me out with today's stream and for also providing me with the early access to this game and this expansion pack, so appreciate it. Thank you to the Sims Creator Program and the Sims. Mwah! Love it! So anyway, welcome on in. We're going to be doing a little bit of building and I've decided to... I'm going to branch out today. And I'm going to branch out by one pack. So I've been doing like a little bit of building where it's just base game and royalty and legacy and, you know, etc, etc. So I thought today I would throw Enchanted by Nature in there and we could actually build ourselves a royal fairy estate. So I thought that would be fun, right? I think it sounds like fun. It sounds like fun to me. So there we go. That's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be building ourselves a lovely royal fairy estate. Words, Velvet. I also do have an inspiration for this. I'm just going to pull it up because I might need it. And I thought we could work off that and just see how it kind of pans out. It's not going to be exactly like this or anything, but, you know, it might be. You never quite know. It might be somewhat similar to it. So that's quite nice, hey? Let's just see. So it's got like the one that I'm showing you is like a little bit of sort of like an autumnal kind of theme, right? It's like quite autumnal in nature, but I like the shape of it and I like the kind of the design and like the little towers and the roofing and, you know, that sort of thing. So I thought that might be quite cool for, yeah, a little bit of inspiration and making it happen. So let's get started on it. And if you guys ever want to check out anything from the pack that I'm not showing you, just feel free to ask. I don't mind showing you and checking it out. But other than that, welcome on in and I hope you guys are doing well and having a good day so far. It's currently 9:04 a.m. so we're just kind of getting started. Well, I was going to say getting started for the day here in New Zealand, but really I've been up for hours. I've got a lot done since I got up, but yeah, we're kind of getting still pretty early as far as the day goes. So yeah, I just kind of was thinking about what I wanted to build and last night, I was just like, I just had like a little bit of a hankering for doing something to do with fairies, because I know like one of the things that people have been excited about is maybe doing like a little bit of a fairy kind of royal dynasty, and you know, honestly that sounds fun and pretty and lovely, and I was like, oh, you know what, actually maybe I could build a house for a dynasty like that. I'm quite inspired by that idea. I absolutely loved the Enchanted by Nature pack and just building the Enchanted by Nature pack when it came out. So I was like, oh yeah, I could go, like it's been ages since I've done any sort of, you know, fairy kind of build. So I was like, oh, what if we did like a fairy build today? That might be quite fun. Because it's been a while, you know, and it's nice to revisit things when you haven't done them for a while. I don't know how this is going to go. I might just change, actually, you know what, I'm not going to go round. I think pure round is just asking for trouble. I think we're just going to go the classic hexagonal. And that's a little bit more like the inspiration picture anyway. So that works for me. That works for me. I love it. So the other thing is I wanted to play around with doing like a little trick with stairs as well. Where I am gonna do like a little round wall on the other side. But for this tower, I think we'll go hexagonal because I think that really does suit the inspiration as we had it. And then we'll go like that, and then I want to have like a sticky out bit for the entrance. So entrance way, if we're looking, I'm going with tall walls at the moment just because it feels a little bit more royal, you know, because they've got all the lovely tall wall things as well that we got with the new pack. So we're going to go Enchanted by Nature, Royalty and Legacy. So we've got things like, you know, that sort of door there. Don't know if that's the door we're going for, but it just gives me an idea of how wide I need my entrance to be. And then I wanted to have here. I kind of was thinking about it last night in my old brain. I probably should have kept that other round one. And I was just thinking about how I wanted to do something. And I wanted to try something with the stairs. So I needed something around to be able to try that. So I thought having like a little round section over by the door would allow me to do this little stair trick that I want to try out. So we'll go there. I absolutely love the fact that we have these new customizable stairs now. I haven't really had much chance to play around with them in great detail as yet, but I've seen people doing some really cool things with them, and I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. I don't know if I want to go full round. Anyway, we'll go like around via... How do I want to do that? You know what, I might want to go a little bit further over, I think. I don't know, I might have to juggle that around. Because what I want to do is have some stairs kind of going around that as such. But I don't know where I want that place exactly. That's fine, we'll figure that out as we go along. I'll get the rest of the base of the building done, and then we'll figure out how I'm going to do my little tricksy trick. So that's kind of going to go running in behind there. And then what have we got? So we've got a little sticky out bit here. So this is going to be our sticky out bit that we have. So maybe coming in through like that. And then if we can connect that. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to connect rounded spaces. This is really not going the way I want. Rounded spaces with, you know, your square walls, because sometimes it doesn't want to actually do that for you. Maybe I need to go like a little bit of a larger rounded space. We'll see. I think that might be more what I'm trying to do, so I'll fiddle around with that when we get to it. Good morning, Cutie. Welcome in. How are you this morning? How is life in Cutie Land? All good? Are you? Did you have a good weekend? As it turns out, did you have one? Was it fun? Did you do anything exciting? And how was your chai tea? Was it yummy? Okay, so it's a little different from the inspiration, but that was a deliberate choice, I think. I'm going to have that as a balcony, and then I think we will go like another one of these, perhaps like running in through here and then up through here. Like that, so we have another little tower going up. You know what? I just realized I was going to eat like a little, like a banana before I started streaming, and then I decided at the last minute to change my, you know, that needs to go down one level, change my thumbnail, and that distracted me, and then I never got to eat my banana this morning, so I'm like, my tummy was just like, oh man, where's my banana? I was like, oh, sorry tummy, I ain't got no banana for you today. So it's a bit of a sad state of affairs. I've got no banana for my poor stomach. It's a little bit neglected. Okay, so that's going to be that level there, and then we're going to bring in a second level in through this space. So that's going to be our gable roof right here, running in through this way. Like so, and we're going to go quite tall and sharp on this. And I think I might go like a little dip as well. Just go a little dippy today. Like so. Just a little dippy. QT! Hi there, Velvet. I did nothing. Love my tea. My chai tea rocks. Today I went downstairs to a lady in the building and got my hair cut. I love it. I haven't had it cut since before last summer. And don't you always feel so nice after you've had, like, you know, a lovely haircut as well? Like, you know, you just feel so refreshed and, like, you just feel so pretty. I love, I mean, you know, provided it's a decent haircut. I love getting a nice haircut like that, and you just feel quite lovely afterwards. I get that. It's been a long time since I've got my hair cut as well. It's just kind of growing. I've got to go get it cut at some point, but, you know, some point is not now, so it's going to be one of these days. But yeah, I love getting a haircut, so I bet you feel very pretty today. And I had a grilled cheese for lunch. Sadly, last bit of bread. I need groceries. Ah, R.I.P. to the bread, hey? Bring on more. I do, I've got like a fairly full cupboard at the moment, but I've just changed to doing groceries on a Sunday. So it's a little bit different now for me. I'm just like trying to adjust to this new routine, because I used to order in groceries, but I've decided that I don't want to do that anymore. I want to sort of go out and get my groceries and, you know, pick my own sort of fresh vegetables and, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, I've had a little bit of a change up. I don't know if I like that for the roofing. I might go something else for that. In terms of that, but yeah, so we're pretty full still because, you know, haven't had the chance for the kids to get in there and like eat the whole house. Eat the whole house down, you know, as they do, because they sort of rampage through the cupboard, and then, you know, before you know it, in the week, everything's kind of gone, and you're like, oh my gosh, where did all that food go? I had so much food and now it's gone. It's quite wild. Oh boy. I don't know if this is going to work. I might have to figure something out there. Just looking at this going, I don't know. Cutie, yes, and she used some mousse, so it feels incredibly full. My hair is baby fine, so it feels so thin. Ah, see, I've always had the opposite problem with my hair in that it's quite thick. So I always have the problem of, like, you know, this big bushy mess of hair, and like as soon as it gets remotely, and I mean remotely, humid, my hair is just like kaboing, you know. So you know, there is the delightful time of that with my hair. I always absolutely love that. Which is like, thanks, hair. Appreciate you being so boingy. So yeah, I kind of have the opposite problem. But oh boy, it always feels nice when you do get that special treatment for your hair. Nothing wrong with giving yourself like a little treat now and then, right? I think so. Nasina. Kaboing. Yeah, I know. It reminds me of that episode of Friends when I think they go somewhere super humid, and Monica's hair is just like this big kaboingy, like curly mess. That's just basically what my hair is in the humidity as well. So it was just like, I feel Monica's pain in that moment. I really, really do. Anyway, welcome in, Luciana. How are you this morning? Still at work for the day? Boo if you are. Boo. Boo to work. Humidity is absolutely mean to women. Nasina, what did I walk in on? We're just having a little chitty chat about hair and getting our hair done and feeling pretty after getting our hair done, and then I just morphed into my hair being a complete disaster most of the time. But you know what? It's just like, it's on my head. We'll just work with it. Ooh, I'm gonna have to move this back a bit, but that's fine. We're coming together. Look, Barney Sim, welcome in. How are you today? You doing well? I hope you are. Hope you're all doing good. Nasina, I am, but not much longer. Yes! Nasina, your hair is so horribly thin that it really ever gets so fuzzy. Oh, see, I'm jealous of that. I would love to have not fuzzy hair. Oh, it's just so thick and bushy and fuzzy. I feel like I've got the Hermione problem. You know, where it's just like, it's too much hair sometimes, but oh well. I mean, I think we're never satisfied with what we've got, right? We always want something that we don't have. So I feel like that's pretty accurate. Like, if the grass is greener on the other side, it's like, oh man, but you've got this lovely hair. And they're like, no, I hate my hair. It does this. And just like, no, but that's what I've always wanted in here. Because it's always the thing that you don't have is what you want. Because that's the way the world works. Dun, dun. I might have to move that roof down a little bit, but that's cool. Nixie, welcome in. Nixie has redeemed kitty treat. Thank you for being today's kitty sponsor, Nixie. And the kitties are very grateful for your sponsoring their treat and their catnip dreams of being full of them. Meow. Thank you. You're lurking. Thanks for lurking, love. Aren't you streaming? As I logged on to stream, I was just like, is Nixie streaming? And then, yeah. Hello, Nixie. There you are. Nasina, I'm double streaming it for the last bit of work. See, I knew you were. Nasina, I'm not. If I pull it back, I look bald. No. Surely not. I bet you don't. You just think you do. You just think you do. I'm going to go quite high. I just want to try something out. I have an idea, and I'm just trying it out, and I don't know if it's going to work, but you know what? You don't know if you have an idea until it works. I mean, until you try it. So, you know, it's an idea that's either going to be a complete fail or it's going to work. And so happy days. Little Bunny, I'm having a good day, thanks. Hope your day is going nicely. You know what? So far, so good. I'm in here. We're having a chill time. We're doing a little bit of building. That makes me very happy. So, you know what? We can just chitty chat, do some cool building, and be very happy for it. I am going to be happy anyway. QT, that's a fact. I had fantastic curly hair that I hated because all my friends had straight hair. Now I wish I had all that curl again. See, I'm this, like, you know, curly mess. Like, it's not super curly, but it's like, you know, kind of curly wavy and yeah. Anyway, I've always wanted straight, like, stick straight hair. So yeah, I think it's just like living that dream and being like, oh, I want to have this thing that I just don't have. Yeah. I wonder if we can make this work. See, I don't know if I can get this to work because it's not going to sit right beside this curved part. Nah, it's not going to do what I want it to do. I wanted it to kind of, oh, maybe if I bring it forward a little bit. I wanted it to kind of curve around this section, the bottom of the curved foundation is kind of what I wanted it to do. And I know you can do it, but it's just getting it to actually work in the format that I've got it in. So like you can sort of curve like that, right? But then I want it like this, sitting in beside this. But I don't think because of the foundation that's going to work. But it could potentially work on a second level. Hang on. I'm just trying things out, okay? I'm just trying things out. You never know. You can sometimes get these things to work when you don't expect them to. But I know that you can curve them around like curved walls, but it's just, I'm just trying to get it to work in the format that I want it to do is not necessarily going to work. So let's see. So if we have like a curved wall, so for example, we copy that and turn that around. So we've got our curved wall there. And then you have your stairs running down like this. And then it's running down, just hold one side. And then we move it in. It's running close. It's not going to do it. There is a way to do it, but it's just not working. Okay, never mind. We'll move on. I wasn't sure if it's going to work, and it's probably not going to work. So that's all good. But we can go, if you guys are wondering, actually, you can curve just one side of your stairs by selecting or holding down the shift key, and then you can just sort of curve the one side. So you can have like quite wibbly wobbly stairs, which is quite neat. I wanted to have like the curve on the top as well, but it's not doing it. Curve. So, you know, it's quite fun that you could have like quite off-center, like, you know, stairs like that, you know, that sort of thing. I think that's fun. Anyway, you're watching both? Yes, I thought you might be, Nis. And Ben, welcome in. Hi, Velvet and the Velveteers. Come on in, it's fun inside. I'm busy playing with stairs at the moment. I was trying to make something work and it's not working. Anyway, welcome in, Ben. How are you today? I'm busy trying things on. Nasina, hi, QT. Hi, QT says hi back, I'm sure. QT, agreed. I've been wanting to build for a while. Just uploaded my third challenge, loving it. I'm new, not a builder like you, obviously. Maybe one day when I grow up. I think we've all got the potential to be amazing builders. All it takes is practice. It really is all that it takes. Crazy, right? You just need to practice and then you become an amazing builder. It's all I did. I just practice and practice and practice like an insane person until I was happy with how I was going with it. And then that was me with my building. But that's all you need to do to become a good builder is just practice and just, you know, just try and understand what you're doing. That's it, really. Oh, this is not working the way that I want it to. Go in like that, go in like that, and see, that's too wide now. Okay, I'll just go back. Anyway, I'm going to move on from the stairs. I'll fiddle around with that later. Just playing around with some ideas. We're building like a little royal fairy kind of estate at today's build. So I thought that would be fun, and I haven't, you know, mucked around with fairy stuff for a while. So again, fun. I always love the fairy pack, and I had a lot of fun building with it when it first came out. And you know, as is the way with builders, you know, we kind of get to the point where we're bored now of a pack, and then we move on to doing something else, as you do. So I haven't really ever gone back after Enchanted by Nature and really done much in the way of fairy stuff. So I thought, you know what, today might be the day to go back and enjoy myself some more fairy stuff in my life. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Isn't that cool? QT, is the gallery still fudged? I uploaded once but see my shell 3 times. I don't know. Let's have a wee look. What's your... Is it QT Sim? Is that your gallery? No, what's your gallery, QT? QT Shell 3. Okay, I'll look under the hashtag. I just see it the once. QT Sims. Oh, with a Z. Okay, that makes sense. So, no, I can only see it the once. Oops. Yeah, no, just the once. You could not get your nickname. Oh, yeah, see. I designed my whole like name around my gallery name. So I kept on trying different gallery names until I found one I liked, and then I was like, that's my content creator name now. It's the same as my gallery name. Oh, that's how I came up with VelvettB. It's because I needed something for the gallery that would work with what I wanted, and I wanted to be called Velvet something, and B is my real surname, so VelvettB it was. I just genuinely just played around with it until I got the a name that I liked that worked for me, and then I was just like, cool, that's my whole identity now, and off we go. That's why I became VelvettB. I've always been like a Velvet on the internet though. Like ever since the internet's come into life, I've always been Velvet in one sort of sense or another. It's always been Velvet with one T, not 2 T's, but I've just kind of branched out, and now I'm a 2 T Velvet. And it's based on a book by David Eddings, and it was my favorite kind of book as I was growing up, and it had these characters called Silk and Velvet, and they were spies, and they were very cool, and they fell in love, and yeah, that was a whole thing that I enjoyed in my life at that time, and yeah, that's what I named Velvet after, is Velvet from the books, which were the what they called, the Belgariad and the Malorian, like the little series. There we are. No problem. I don't know why it shows you 3. That's random. But yeah, I can only see the 1, so I guess that's okay for everybody else out there in the world. I mean, as long as everybody else is kind of only seeing the 1, but sometimes it, you know, can be a little weird out in the gallery, right? We all know this. I'm really looking forward to one day when we actually get, you know, a gallery that works properly. I'm living the dream, aren't I? I'm just like living that wonderful dream where one day we will get ourselves a working gallery in the dreamland of Velvet. And I know, it's like, it's a cute little story, right? But yeah, I was just always a Velvet on the internet. I've always had that nickname on the internet, so it's all very familiar. And it's just what I wanted to continue on as I sort of got into content creation and stuff. And yeah, here we are. I might get rid of this because I'm not gonna be able to do what I want to do with this. So I might get rid of that curvy bit because it kind of like looks a little bit out of place, and then I can do something else there, which is cool. QTM, with being new to building and sharing, I panic easily. Oh, I get that. I remember when I first started building and like building with any sort of intention to want people to see my stuff and to use it. I would just like, I spent so much time on the gallery, and this is back in the days when the gallery was actually functioning properly. So this is a while ago, and it's been a few years since we've had a proper, you know, functioning gallery and all that. And yeah, so I would just sit there and I'd upload something, and then I'd be like, you know, a few minutes later, I'd go and check, has anyone downloaded it? Has anyone downloaded it? I would just get so excited about the idea of, you know, people actually, you know, getting out there and downloading my builds. And I'm just like, oh, I put so much effort into them, and I'd be like so hyped if I had like 10 downloads. I'd be like, yes, People have downloaded my builds. And then, like, you know, and then people would comment, because we had comments and stuff in that day on like your little news section. And, you know, you had your little news section and you chitty chat to people about the builds and stuff like that, and you say hi and get to know each other. And it was such like a little community thing, because I didn't know at that time about the fact that there was a whole sort of Sims community on social media, or variety of social medias. So, you know, I was very much just kind of I felt like off and alone in the wilderness, you know, with doing this. And, you know, this was my one connection to the Sims community, was the news, you know, the news feed and chatting to people on the comments and that sort of thing. And yeah, it was a great way to connect with the community and stuff. But we have very much lost that ability now, and it just feels like such a reduction in that community space. I feel like, since we've lost the ability to really comment on I have like the newspaper, like we can still comment, but I hardly ever see comments on my builds, because it's not like I put my builds up there and then sit there and wait for people to comment and then reply to them. I just simply don't see a lot of the comments, unless I just happen to be going in to look at my build to get some information. Like, quite often I'll forget to write down how many bedrooms and stuff are in a build, and I want to, you know, talk about the build for whatever reason, and then I'll go back in and I'll check the gallery and I'll be like, oh, somebody's commented on my build, and it's nice. And I do sometimes, every now and then, when I remember, go in and check comments and that sort of thing, and see you know, see some nice comments that people do leave. So every now and then I do check it and I do see them, but it's just not the way it used to be, where you could, you know, do that all the time, and you just had this little news feed and this little reminder of you know, that people will see your builds and comment on them and like them, and, you know, all that sort of thing. It used to be so sweet, and yeah, we just don't have that anymore. Messina, Velvet just doesn't want to deal with curved walls. I don't particularly. No, but also it wasn't doing what I wanted to do, so there's no point to have that curved wall in this build unless it was going to do what I wanted it to do. So I'm just like, well, you know, what's the point of having it there if it's not going to do what I want it to do? So no. This is my theory. And also, curved walls are yucky. No, they're not really. I actually really love the aesthetic of curved walls. I just don't like the way that we have to deal with them in the game, and just how difficult they can be to deal with. So yeah, if I can avoid it, I will. But I love the aesthetic, particularly with modern builds and that sort of thing. You know, they can be really, really fantastic for modern builds, and making them look, you know, like ultra modern, that sort of thing. It's just one of the things with modern builds is you do need to, I think, deal with those curved walls, unfortunately. But oh well, that's okay. I don't mind it. But today, it doesn't necessarily suit the build I'm doing, so there is a reason why I deleted it. I was trying something on, and I'll have to play around with it a little bit more and see if I can get this to work a little better. I'm thinking I might just go like this, and I might put another little tower in behind here. I feel like, you know, with a fairy build like this, you can't have too many towers, right? I mean, you know, more towers the merrier, I say. It's a towering inferno. Except if my Sims start cooking, it might be. Right? A towering inferno because it sets it on fire. Jokes, Velvet. Messina, oh my god, me too, Val. I still do that. I still get excited if I get 10 plus downloads, right? I used to just get so thrilled about that, and just like, I would just be like, oh my god, my build is so popular. But, you know, it's honestly, just genuinely, anytime anybody downloads any of my stuff, I really do feel like it's an honor, because I'm just like, they actually took the time to download it, and they're going to put it in their game. Like, how cool is that? Like, I love the idea of that. So yeah, I still delight in that fact, and appreciate it every time, because yeah, how cool. I don't know where I'm going with this weird like thing going on. I'm just getting some texture and some points of interest, and then we can have like a little entrance coming out of there, and then those are going to be balconies. Okay, that works. And then we can have like a pool, we can have like a barbecue area, and we can just have some gardens and whatnot through there. Okay. It's fairly decent size, but it's not like, I don't think it's too massive. So that kind of works. I'm thinking I might do like a chimney down on the side as well. Maybe. Might be a little bit too much sticking out. Well, that's a huge chimney. Vivi, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? I will indeed moisten my throat. You know what? I've got myself a Keola today. Got a Keola. QT, me too. I was amazed when people actually downloaded anything I built. I have one build with 60 downloads. I built that house from a picture for reference. I impressed myself. Ah, that's awesome. That's so good. I love that. Listen, I think my most downloaded build is like 400-ish. Something I did for Populate Planet Sims. It was something thrown together, and then I only had a small handful over 100, I think. It's awesome. Lisa, are you just building, or does this have a purpose? Oh, that's a great question, Lisa. I am building this for a royal sort of fairy family. So this is kind of like, not for a specific purpose as such, but I wanted to have something that gave me an option in my games to have something for a royal family, a sort of a royal fairy family at that. So yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to experiment with mixing together the royalty and legacy expansion packs and see how they kind of gel together, and whether or not it would be good for a fairy, for a fairy kind of royal family. So yeah, so it is for a purpose, but not for a specific purpose, if that makes sense. So yeah, sort of a purpose, but sort of not at the same time. Anyway, welcome in. I hope you're doing well and having a good day so far. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Always appreciated. Vivi, hey, I'm good, and you? Yeah, I'm super duper today. I am feeling perky and happy, and I'm playing around and building, so that always makes me happy. I've got a little bit to do. I've got like quite a busy day today. My mother-in-law is feeling a bit unwell, and she would normally take my youngest son to swimming on an afternoon like today. But unfortunately, yeah, she is feeling a bit unwell. So I'm going to have to take do a whole lot of running around this afternoon, pick the kids up from school and run them over to, the swimming and do all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's going to be a busy afternoon because that sort of like makes it, an extra job to do for day when I thought I had my Wednesday is my relaxing afternoon day because I don't have to run around and do the school pickups and stuff. Because my eldest son just comes home. He's fine. He has a bus card and he buses, so he's all good. But yeah, as far as it goes for my youngest son, yeah, he needs pickups and that sort of thing. So I need to go out and do that and do all the sort of extra things. But you can't help being sick, so it is what it is, right? I wonder, what if I did a thing where I have a raised backyard? I never know how to deal with those on the back though, but we could potentially do something like that. I'm going to try it out. Let's see what happens. I'm always game for trying things out and just seeing what happens. This is me. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's just give it a go, hey? QT, well, I don't know, Velvet. It looks like another build for me. Another build for you. Excellent. I love it. Well, that's the kind of the idea, right? That it does get a bit of love. Did you end up downloading the Ultra Modern that I built and popping that in your game? I'm curious how that kind of worked out for you. Lisa, hello. Yes, I'm doing okay. I hope you are too. I am. Thank you. Having a very good day. And I can't say long, but YouTube has recently started recommending you, so I thought I'd check out the stream for a bit. Oh, well, that's really nice. I really love to hear that. I do stream across 2 platforms as well, so you will hear me chatting away to a couple of people, or a few people on, another chat. But I can see both chats, and I'm chatting away, and hopefully that's not too confusing. But that's really nice that YouTube recommended me. I feel like that's a nice thing of YouTube to do, isn't it? Bit of a Velvet recommendation. But yeah, this is just like a little bit of a build, and hopefully we can have some fun today with it. That's the idea. Just chill out and relax and watch me build something cool. That's kind of the idea of it. Go like that. And VV, don't forget to hydrate. It's summertime. Yes, VV, absolutely. You're right. Right about that. It is summertime. It is hot, and we've got to keep ourselves hydrated in this heat. It's not too bad here, but it's going to heat up a little bit later, I think. So at the moment, it's been a little hot, but not too bad. Real Nuke. Hello, love. How are ya? Welcome on in. How you doing today? I've always got to do it. You know, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. There we go. I'm trying something out again. I'm trying out a backyard thing that I want to do. Levels. I think I'm going to have to work out how I want to kind of incorporate the levels, but I will figure that out, and we will be off and away and doing things the Velvet way. I'm just saying that because it rhymed. As you do. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. So, yeah, I'm very curious to see how these two packs integrate, because I think it should be interesting. They do kind of have like a different aesthetic to them. So yeah, I really don't know how they're gonna kind of integrate, but I think they could. Like there's a sort of, you know, a nobility about the you know, about the Enchanted by Nature pack. So I feel like, you know, we could probably get these to work really nicely together. What if I just had like a whole bright green house? Brilliant. Love it. But anyway, Real Nick, welcome in. Did I ask you how you are today? If I didn't, shame on me. Shame on me. But I hope you're doing well and having a good one. Prepared for a lovely chill stream. You know, we're just going to be chatting away, having some fun, as you do. But I hope you're doing okay. Haven't been up to too much mischief, have you? QT, dang straight I did. I was so excited over that build. Oh my gosh. Yay! I love that. I love to hear about that. I mean, it's still a thing for me, you know, hearing about people putting their builds in their games and enjoying them. Just like, that is just still mind-blowingly awesome to me. So I just appreciate that you did that, QT, that you enjoy it. I think that's awesome. So we can, in theory, maybe do like a little bit of a wide one, and then we can extend this down like that. And then we can do the opposite on this side over here. So, oh, by the way, we are building an Ondarian today. So I'm building this on the 50 by 50 lot, which is the VelvettB Palace lot. And so we're off into VelvettB. I mean, look at that view. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is VelvettB today, and that's going on that lot there. I just thought this would be like a really nice lot. The great thing about this is that I'm building it to also go on the 50 by 50 lot that's in Enchanted by Nature, where the Summer Dream Palace is, the Summer Dream Home. So you should be able to put it in both the fairy world and in the Ondarian world. So fingers crossed that kind of works for both. Lisa, I did guess you were streaming somewhere else due to the lack of anyone else chatting here. Yeah, I mean, I figure you figure it out, but I always like to mention it just in case, because you never quite know, right? You're like, maybe she's just a little loony. Nasina, ooh, gross summer. Mine is coming. It is. We're heading into autumn soon, so yeah. Gonna get into that nice kind of, my favourite part of time of year, which is the beautiful autumn weather. Love autumn. It's just such a gorgeous time of year here. Vivi, I'm scared for February. It's when peak summer happens here. Yeah, that's our hottest month as well, Vivi. We get really hot in February here too. So yeah, January, because our summer runs December, January, February, and yeah, I feel like for all that those are sort of the main months of summer, it doesn't really super heat up until we get to February, and then we get those really hot. I'm going to say 20 degrees, really hot 20 degrees weather. And the rest of you are like, oh my gosh, we've got like 30, 40 degrees. And you're complaining about the fact you've got 20, 27, 28 degrees. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be complaining at 27, 28 degrees for sure. Oh boy, such a wimp with heat. Real Nick, I'm good. I'm just trying to figure out what I was about to do. Oh my gosh, I do that as well. And then I just sit there and I'm just like, what was I doing again? And then I just, because you know, you get distracted and then you forget what you're doing. You're like, oh, hang on, what was I doing? And it's like, uh-oh. QT, I love it. I was excited from the start over what you were doing. Same as this build. Definitely another one I'll be nabbing. Yay. I'm excited. Oh, that's cool. Lucina, I love seeing stuff people build. That's why I love doing shells and tours. Yeah, same here. It's part of the reason why I love them as well. It's really cool to see how people think about builds and how they bring that creativity to life. And you know, because you can get a lot from just seeing how people build something and just working out how they thought about the challenge. It's really quite fascinating. I'm going to have to do some different colors here. I'm just doing the brick for the moment. I'm going to think about what other colors I'm going to mix in here because I don't quite know at this point. So I'll start with the plain and then I'll throw it in there. This is what I do when I'm decorating as well, just to work out my colors. I'll start with the plain and then I'll add to it as I go along and then just tweak it. A bit of tweaking off to the left, a bit of tweaking off to the right. Lisa, oh, there's a way to make almost anything work together, and Titania and Oberon's house is fairly fancy, so it's not like that expansion didn't think of a fancier potential. Yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely got that fancy element. It's a little bit more nature-based, you know, if you know what I mean. So it's got, like, you know, a lot of the nature-based, but I feel like that's, you know, things like the plants and that sort of thing, you know, you see like the wisteria and bits and pieces all around this world as well. So I think, you know, there's ways to really make that sort of work together. And I think I would probably go with using a lot of the furnishings from Royalty and Legacy in there, but I want to have those touches of the fairy stuff in there as well, just to add that whimsical kind of element to it. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting kind of juggling the whimsy as well as the opulence. So it's going to be like opulent whimsy, which I think is a lot of fun. I like the idea of that. So that's going to be quite cool. We'll see how it all works out. You never know until you try, but I in my head, those two packs make sense. So I think we can, you know, we can make that work quite nicely. In my head. In my head, it makes sense. One would hope. Okay. How am I going to do this? That roof is quite high. I might have to move it out of the way for a second. Uncover my chimney. I need my chimney coming through. There we go. But it's going to be so much fun actually having a play around with a little bit of Enchanted by Nature again. I like the opportunity that I'm giving myself here because, yeah, as I said, I haven't done it for a while, so it's going to be good. Phoebe, we're all going crazy. Messina, she is loony. Don't let her tell you otherwise. Shh. Let them discover it on their own. Oh, well, we're all a little crazy, aren't we? Oh, like, see, like the statues and stuff will work really nicely there with this as well. You know, like your little statues and what have you. I wonder how the dormers will work too, going in here. But hey, if we aren't a little loony, then you know, what are we? What are we, really? If not a little loony. Without the wind, it's horrible there. Ah, oh, that sucks, VV. Val, it's winter here and it's 21 degrees today. Oh my gosh. Winter at 21 degrees. Whoa. We never get winter at 21 degrees. That's wild. I would not like the sound of that. I do not, in fact, like the sound of that at all. So that sounds pretty rough. I should probably add base game to this. Might need it. Oh boy. Maybe like a little chimney. Look at our little chimney. Isn't that lovely? Let's look. And, you know, I feel like with not Royalty and Legacy, Enchanted by Nature, you know, having roof plants probably makes a lot of sense as well. You don't see it so much in the design of the sort of the Portuguese kind of design buildings that are in this area, but I think it will sort of flow quite nicely with the you know, with the pack as we sort of kind of go through. Oh, that works nicely, you know, because we have got stuff on the walls, so I think it'll flow up nicely from the roof from there. All those are at the wrong height. Cool. Dormers. I feel like with these dormers being blue, that does give me like a natural link to going in and bringing in like, oh, I've missed a bit of roofing there. You know, a little bit of blue into the build and other places as well. So might have a play around with that. There's actually some really nice blue swatches with the Royalty and Legacy wallpaper. And I want to have a see and look see. Oh, also the other thing that works quite nicely with Royalty and Legacy and Enchanted by Nature together are those beautiful whimsical wallpapers that we got. So the you know, like the mural ones that we got with Royalty and Legacy, and then this one here, the Into the Starlit Woods, that one there with Enchanted by Nature. So I feel like those could potentially work really nicely together as well. You know, they've both got a little bit of that sort of whimsical, magical, you know, beautiful sort of look to them. I love those wallpapers. They're so good. Rainbow, welcome in. You've redeemed Lurk. I hope you're doing well. Lurky, hello, but loving how this is shaping up so far. Thank you, Rainbow. Appreciate that. Vivi, share the winter. Christina, it's not normal, but it happens. Oh. Lisa, okay, I'd love to stay, but I can't. Have a good stream and good luck with the build. Thank you, Lisa, and thanks for popping in and saying hi. Appreciate you. Catch you next time around. Bye. So in theory, if we went with like, oopsies, with blues, how could that kind of shape up as far as this goes? Because there's no like dark blue door swatches. There's, is this sort of dark blue? It's kind of like more teal. And then that's green. So that's kind of green, blue, teal, dark green. So we don't really have like a light, like that dark blue coming through. So we'd have to go light blue on it. This is my theory. I got the theory, and that's my theory. So we can, I think, oh, look how that blue matches though. You know, you could go for something like that and have the blue coming through. And then we can tone that down with, say, our... see, I'd have to go for a different door color. That light blue isn't working. But, yeah, you could kind of tone that down a little bit so we could put, like, windows in. I think I'll probably end up using the Royalty and Legacy windows. I don't know... And maybe just use the Enchanted by Nature ones as like little feature windows around the place. I think that might work. So I feel like these windows are going to work really nicely for that. I might go white. Okay, so we can go like white. And what I'm thinking is... Oops. Mixing that with the wisteria. And perhaps like the little, like cute little window here, maybe in the white underneath. You don't realize how big these walls are until you put like a little tiny window in them. And you're like, oh, that's actually quite large. You're like, oopsies, that's large. So in theory, that's going to jump around a little bit. Have that up there, maybe. And then I was kind of sort of thinking like we could get the wisteria in the white and like kind of run that up and then have that kind of running up the wall, and that just kind of lessens the impact of the blue because the blue is quite vivid and I don't want to have too much of it, I think, because I think it's going to be a little bit of overkill running through. But you know, like a little bit of the wisteria, temper the vividness of it and make that work that way. I think there's potential there. I don't know. Vivi, I'll take anything to skip February. Oh, just too hot for you, hey Vivi. That's no good. Nobody likes a hot February. Everyone else out there in the world in the Northern Hemisphere is like, hot February? What's a hot February? We don't have one of those here. It's like, oh, well, let me tell you. It's much like, so what would be the hottest month for you guys? It would be June, July. Probably, like, is August your hottest month out in the world? Like Nis and Cutie? Is like that your hottest month? Just out of curiosity. I feel like just trying to translate seasons in my head. I'm like, which one's your hottest month? But I think that would be the hottest month, right? August, if I'm right about that. Ooh, maybe we can go this one on the tower. That would be quite good. I can never work out the height of the windows in towers because it's always really deceptive because of the roofing. And I don't know if I want to go every second window or every window around. I'm just going to put every window and then make a decision. If it's like too many windows or too few. Okay. Too many, I think. Ooh, maybe I want more. Okay, I think I want more. Alright, let's solve that problem then. VV, August, yeah, August. Okay. July, August. I thought so. So, yeah, basically our February is your August. So it gets pretty hot. And saying that, that's relative in terms to what you're used to in terms of heat. Like I imagine VV, you kind of get up to around about the 40 degrees and that sort of thing. Whereas, like, if it's hitting if it's hitting 30 degrees here, it's like, oh my god, sweltering. We're definitely a lot more temperate than yeah, some places out there in the world. They're a little bit closer to the equator. We are, you know, a little bit further away from the equator here, so not so bad, but still. Why is this not creating as a room? What are you doing? Oh, is it this? Is this causing the problem? Oh, yeah, that's causing the problem. Okay. Problemo solved. Yeah, August is our February. So there you go. That's what we're whining about. But I really shouldn't whine because comparative to everybody else, we don't get it so bad. It's not so bad for us at all. VV, we're close in temperature. We just don't get any kind of wind or hot wind, so we have a lot of forest fires. Yeah, a little bit like Australia, I think, in that aspect, right? Because Australia has that horrible problem as well with the forest fires and everything like that. I remember when they had the really, really bad ones over there, and they were like really, really bad to the point where we could see them here in New Zealand, like not in the flame sense, but we could see like there was kind of like smoke and ash kind of coming over our direction, and like the whole sky kind of turned like this orangey kind of weird color. So, you know, they were so bad that they were like, you know, thousands of miles across the ocean, you know, and affecting us here in New Zealand. So it was just kind of like, it was really bizarre. That was really rough. That was the really bad ones they had a few years back. That just was, you know, were really quite devastating. And it was just like, oh, wow. It was just like so bizarre to look up at the sky and just like it be like a whole, you know, a whole other thing from what it would normally be. And it was just, yeah, it was very, very strange times. I can't remember when that was. It was like definitely a few years ago. That door is really throwing me off. Maybe we'll have a different door. So I for anybody that has to deal with the forest fires and that, you know, that out there in the world, just, that's a tough one. Really, really tough. And I just, not happy for anybody to have to deal with that. I feel like we need like another little balcony out here. Somewhere. What if we change this middle one to a balcony, actually? What if we change that? And we had a door there instead. We could potentially raise the platform there to get the door up. Might have to change that to a shorter wall door. Then I don't have my twisty door, but that's nice. That'll do. And then we can have balcony coming out instead. Maybe. Do I need to move that across to make that work? And just get that centered, perhaps? Maybe that's what I need to do. Okay. Hang on. Changing my plan. Go back to where we were and put that there. And then we can have like a little balcony coming out and over. Yeah, that could work. Like a little, oh my gosh, it's like one of those balconies where the royals kind of stand on the balcony and it's up on the second floor or whatever, and they just wave to the populace. Ooh, that's what that reminds me of, like a waving to the commoners balcony. But that's a thing in the game though. Like you have with Royalty and Legacy, you have like these alignments with between the commoners and the royals. So, you know, that kind of makes sense to me to have that sort of thing. What sort of fencing shall we do? Ooh, now that's a great question. I feel like the Enchanted by Nature wood fencing is very similar to the Royalty and Legacy one. Like they're different, slightly different aesthetics, obviously, but they've got that carved, you know, kind of effect, which I think is cool and does work really nicely. So I feel like, you know, there's some really good points where these two packs gel so beautifully. Okay, well, we'll bring that out. There we are. There we go. Beautiful. We'll add some trim in. Come on. No, down there, down there, down there. There you go. Love it. Ooh, fancy trim everywhere. Does that work with the roofing? No, it doesn't. Darn. I hate how it does that sometimes where it doesn't work with the roofing because it's just the angle of the roofing. Can I bring it down one? Can I bring it down two? Can I bring it down three? Oh, man. That ruins my roofing then. It doesn't, no. It's not worth it. Not worth it for this one trim. Okay, trim. Sorry, trim be gone. I would have liked some trim. That would have been nice. Oh, well. Hey, I could have some floating trim. Now I'm just playing around with trim like an idiot. BB, we're closer to oh, we read that. In the center, Val, you guys have temperate summers and winters, right? Not too many extremes. Yeah, we don't have too many extremes. We sort of get, I mean, in probably the colder areas, maybe -10. I know, like, there's been some record temperatures where it gets down to maybe -20, but it's very rare. And I'm really not digging the blue. But generally, we kind of range between sort of around about 0 degrees to maybe 12, 13 degrees in winter. And then summer is usually 15, 16 degrees through to, you know, the late sort of 20s, heading towards 30. And that's kind of the main ranges we have. Like 30 is probably a hot day for us here. So, yeah. 30 is definitely on the hot side for us, so we're a little bit more temperate. I never really, until I started talking to other people about their temperatures in the world, I never really realized that we were just how temperate we were as a country, and just like, you know, that we didn't really get as many extreme temperatures as some of the other places in the world, which is, yeah, kind of nice for me, honestly. I quite like the fact that we have a temperate climate. It just never occurred to me until, yeah, we sort of get like a little bit more international and learning about other people's, you know, cultures and that sort of thing, that, yeah, we are so temperate. Because it just, sometimes it doesn't really feel like we are. You know, we're not one of those countries that constantly has like the perfect weather. You know, it's not that sort of thing. But, you know, it is fairly mild compared to some other places. So I should not complain. The center, your build brain is very similar to mine, and it's nice to see I'm not weird. What am I doing that connected? Where did we connect there? And how are you not weird? No. How's what was I doing that was similar to what you're doing this? Curious. I'm just curious. So I was like, oh, what were we doing that was so similar? This is interesting to me. But yeah, I don't like the blue at this point, so I might change the color around on the roof and see if we get a color that I do like that's going to work with this a little bit better. Because I didn't necessarily want to go like browns. That wasn't sort of I wasn't going for like an autumnal theme or anything like that. It's just kind of, that's too high. Just there happened to be the roof swatch that I chose. But I think that I might just move away from that because I don't think I want to go brown. And then if the dormer color is brown, then it's just like, no. Is it going to go any higher? Okay, that's going to sit where it's going to sit. Okay. But that's looking pretty. When you start getting the windows and stuff like that in there, you know, it does start to look quite pretty. In the center, oh my god, I'd kill for 17 to 20 summers. We'd be like, well, be 29s and 30s before the end of the April. Oh. See, I couldn't do it like that sort of heat, like all of the time. I'd just be like, wilted and basically dead with that. I can't handle it. But I think that's just because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to it not being, you know, a whole lot of extreme temperatures. It is, you know, just that sort of in between. And we absolutely feel it when we get sort of 27, 28 degrees, anything like that. And it's just like we start whining about it because it really does feel so hot to us. But it's, yeah, it's what you're used to and what you're acclimatized to. Because I imagine people out there are just like, oh, that sounds quite chilly. You know, that sounds quite cold to me. And it's like, oh man, so different, right? I feel like it is. Lucina, when you were doing the trim, how you're like 1, 2, 3 on it and then checking, I do that too. Oh, okay, just with the roofing, like the up and down, just to see whether or not it'll work. Yeah, it was not going to work. It was just like too thick. You know, just like, no, I'm going to keep my roofing. So sorry to the trim. I'll work something else out for you. But no trim for this. I do want to add trim, but you know, you got to make it work with the roofing. Otherwise, it's just like no. Okay, so we have some more balconies coming in there. Lovely. And then I've got to work out what I'm doing with the roofers and the dormers. Because I'm not digging the blue. The blue is not working for me right now. Unless I went brown. That's an option. Let's take off base game. What are our wallpaper options? Because there aren't a lot of brown swatches, and well, there isn't any. In fact, there isn't any brown swatches for Royalty and Legacy, right? In terms of the exterior, except for the sort of the earthy vibe ones. But there's nothing like in a dark, you know, in a dark brown or a mid brown that would work with this roof. There is, however, this bark color, so I could potentially go that. But I didn't necessarily want to go brown. I think I want to go. What have we got? I mean, we could potentially do like the mossy stone running up there. I mean, that's a way that we could go. It doesn't help me with my roofing or my dormers. Hang on. What are the other colors of the dormers? Oh, that's pretty. With the contrast color. And then we could do the light brown. Oh, that actually might work. I think maybe we are going to stick with brown, but maybe we could go light brown. Like that. What do you think of the light brown, guys? And then we could potentially change, I don't know if we necessarily want to change the color of the roof, but maybe we can go light brown. Like that. And there. So sort of light browns, and then we can mix that with a lighter brown, or like we could go almost like even peach if we wanted to. I think I want to keep the darker brown roof. I think that works because then we could go like a contrast with the lighter color and like use it as a trim around the place. So, you know, we could potentially go, oh my god, I don't really want to change the color of all these windows, but, you know, you can bring in that sort of that beigey color and make that kind of like a contrast trim against the brick. But I could potentially also go a little bit of darker color in the brick. So let's, oh sorry, in the stone. So that's potentially a route we could go down as well. Let's have a wee look at that as an option. And if there's like a darker shade like this one running up. Oh, see, I like that. That's coming together. We get there. Sometimes it just takes a little bit nothing wrong with a bit of figuring out time to make it all sort of work. And the great thing about the pack with Bobby Royalty and Legacy is that it's all very coordinated as well. So, you know, you have the matching foundations, you have the matching wallpaper, you have matching stairs, you know, so you can kind of bring all these things together and make them all work together. I think I'm just going to do this slightly darker shade on the towers for right now. And then maybe we can keep the lighter shade on the other sections. And then have our little contrast sections in maybe this lighter sort of tan color as well. I mean, I feel like that could be an option. And I've got a little bit of roof there I need to fill in. Okay. So I think we can go in that direction. Because when because I can actually add in the foundation that matches this wallpaper as well. So we can go with that, which is fun. Bolt, how are you? Oh my god, that looked amazing. Oh, thank you. It's slowly coming together. I'm just sort of figuring out colours and how I sort of want to make it all match. I'm getting rid of the blue because I'm not happy with the blue, and then just sort of adjusting, you know, kind of adjusting from there and just working out what my colours are going to be. But yeah, hi, welcome in. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Appreciate it. It's very kind of you. But today we are doing a lovely sort of royal fairy estate is the idea of what we're building today. And I'm trying to just use the Royalty and Legacy and Enchanted by Nature packs together and seeing how it kind of all works out and just making something that's going to be fantastic for a little fairy dynasty. So that's kind of the idea there. Yeah, I like that with that tower. I don't know if I like the contrast mix there on these colors here. So that might still need adjusting, but I definitely like these towers, that color. It works in quite nicely, I think, with the dormers and everything there. So I'm a fan of that. But we will slowly adjust the colors so that they are in, you know, the colors that I want them to be. We'll get there with it. It's just a bit of figuring out sometimes, isn't it? And that's the nature of building. Anyway, Build, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. It's currently, it's just after 10 a.m. here in New Zealand. So we are on a Wednesday morning. So I don't know where in the world you are, but it might be a Tuesday, it might be a Wednesday. We tend to be a little bit ahead here just because of where we are on the time zone spectrum. So sometimes it can be a little bit weird, like it's morning time for me and evening for so many people out there, or afternoon as well. So yeah, a little strange sometimes, isn't it? Like time zones are weird. But no matter the time, we can all hang out in, you know, in different places in different ways. So I think, you know, that sort of world community is a lot of fun. No matter the time zone, we are here and we're together. Don't ask me what that song was. It's a little something that just came out of my mouth. Sometimes I just sing for no reason. It's usually when I'm just concentrating on other things as well. You know, I'm just like, my mouth does one thing and then my brain does the other. As you do. Okay, I think that's working for me. I don't like those little colour panels at this point. I don't know what I want to do with that. Oh, the other option is we could go with the light bark wood. Oh, would you just change? There we go. And that's a potential option as well. Which might be a good option, actually. I've still got to add in windows. So, you know, there's still that element that I need to add in. That's something to keep in mind too. Like, it's not just gonna be this. I've got to add in the windows and stuff, so that's going to add decoration. I've still got to add, like, you know, plants and bits and pieces on the wall. We're still going to do the landscaping, so it might balance out. I think I'm about on the right track, so I'm just going to go with that for now, and yeah, go with the bark on our little contrast sections, and then see how it all sort of pans out from there. We will see. I think that's, I keep on missing like little bits of foundation. There we go. And I've missed this little area over here as well. Oh my gosh, I'm missing things everywhere. There we go. And then I think we'll do a little bit of the bark down here. Because I think I quite like that, you know, that sort of that light wood with the contrast of the roof and everything. I think that's working for me. It's just going to be getting that balance right when we've got the windows in. But we can make that happen. It's just got to get all the other stuff in first. And we've got our raised backyard, so I'll probably do maybe some trees or something around that back, and we'll put a fence around it as well. Stairs up there, so we'll do like 4 more paths going in. I think we're on the right track. Yeah, we've made some really good progress. I mean, we've only been building for an hour, so I feel like the fact we've got the good chunk of the shell done is not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Lucina, there is a beautiful white stone that looks good. High school years, maybe? There is, but unfortunately I'm only doing Royalty and Legacy and Enchanted by Nature today. So I can't use that. You like that? It's looking good? Yeah, I like that with the little bit of the bark wood as well. I think there's just like that, you know, the little bit of the light wood, and then you got to remember we'll throw in the, you know, the windows and stuff as well. Thank you for the look. I hope you're doing well today, 67420. Yeah, only 2 packs. So that limits things just a smidge. Just a smidge. Does mean that I can't unfortunately venture into things. Like I figure like Discover University would actually be another really good pack for this, you know, but I'm not using that today, unfortunately. I'm being a crazy person and just using 2 packs. Just to be particularly difficult, but it's just because I like to try when I get, okay, let's just get back to the beginning. So when I get a new pack, right, one of the things I like to do is I like to just build base game in that pack. And the reason I like to do that is I feel like it's a really nice way to explore a pack in detail. So, you know, I always like to do that and just sort of see what I sort of work out from, you know, just building with the one pack and place game, because I feel like it's a really good way to get to know the pack. So I always do that at the beginning with the release of a new pack anyway. It's actually the fact that I'm including Enchanted by Nature in this and going a little bit out of that is yeah, a little bit different for me from that, but I figure 2 packs is okay. I'm also going to do like I want to do a restaurant and that sort of thing. So that one I'll probably use like, oh yeah, I'll use Dine Out and Royalty and Legacy. So, you know, just sort of mixing 2 packs together is, yeah, that's a lot of fun as well. And another way just to see how, you know, different packs and stuff combine. I think with the trim on there, it works really nicely. Lucina, gotcha. I missed that, I think. Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes that happens. It's not like I expect you to listen to every single thing that I say in very, very great detail and take notes. Lucina, why aren't you taking notes? I could. Why would you sit there and take notes? That would be crazy talk. Velvet, you said at 10:15 a.m. that I have to take notes. So I did. That would be a wild time. Imagine that, somebody taking notes and then coming back to you with like the notes and proving that you actually said this thing, and you're like, no, I'm convinced that I did not say this thing, and then like you said this thing and you're like, oh man, I said this thing. You've got the notes to prove it. The things that come out of my brain, like why would I think that? That's a weird thing to think. Anyway, thinking I did. Okay, so we've kind of got like the little windows coming in there. I'm thinking we'll probably end up adding maybe some dormers or something under there. Not dormers, corbels. Sorry, my mum's on other things. I was just looking at the height of those windows. I think they needed to come down a bit. Yeah, this is coming together. Lucina, yes, me too. Good way to learn that what's in the pack and what you've got to work with. Lucina, isn't that what clips are? Oh my god, it is too. Yep, it is clips. It's the clips are the gift that keep on giving. They never quite go away, hey? Oh, excellent. Like, remember that time you said this stupid thing, Velvet? I was like, oh yeah. Inevitably, I did say something stupid at some point. It just seems to be my way. Terrible things come out of this mouth of mine. I think these are going to be... Oh, no. I was going to say I think these are going to be too big, but I think they are not, in fact. I think they'll be all right. Okay, and then maybe we can do that on this one here. Yeah, there we go. I feel like these are working together so nicely. I was kind of curious, like in my brain, these packs were going to work together. But, you know, until you actually get in there and play around with it, you don't really know for sure. But I feel like they are, you know, working together rather nicely. Delightful, delightful. I mean, these towers are not going to be functional towers, I don't think. Maybe on the main living levels, but like the tops of these towers are not going to be overly functional. I don't think. At this stage, they're not anyway. Do I want these to be maybe a... Oh no, that's medium wall already. I think I've lost track of how tall these walls actually are. Like, they feel like they're not that tall, but when I look at them perspective-wise, against other things, they are definitely a lot bigger than I think. Okay, and then we're going down another level. 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 Getting deep. Oh my gosh. Okay, right. Windows are coming together. Look at this. I think by the time we kind of add that wisteria in, that seems like a lot of windows. I might need to have to remove some of these windows. But then you remove the windows and it doesn't seem like enough windows. The window balance isn't quite there. I think by the time I add in wisteria and stuff, maybe it will look like less windows. Seems like a lot. Like Nisina, like yesterday when you said, hi, I'm an old man and I like impregnating young women. Do you want me to be my friend? Don't worry, Nis didn't forget. I absolutely said that. Oh, my skeevy old Jack Scandal. He's having a blast, isn't he? He's having such a good time out there in the world. He really is. He's skeeving on the young ladies and he's impregnating them. For those wondering what we're talking about, it's the from my Royal Legacy Scandal that I've been playing. It's a gameplay legacy that I've created for Royalty and Legacy, and I was playing it yesterday. And the first generation of that legacy is I'm playing as an elder gentleman. And he's a bit of a scoundrel, and he's going around and he's got to impregnate as many as basically 10. He's got to have 10 babies very quickly. So he's out there and he's skeeving on the woman, and yeah, not the best time for the woman perhaps. Although some of them are enjoying his attentions. Got to say, it's not all rejection and heartbreak. Just a little bit of rejection and heartbreak, but not all of it. You know what? Actually, I might switch that for the shorter window and then have the longer window on the taller looking walls. That would make the sense, wouldn't it? There we go. Beautiful. It's going to look good with the wisteria and stuff running over it. I like how it's sort of like a combination of both worlds. Like, you know, a little bit of Enchanted by Nature and a little bit of Royalty and Legacy. Those are too big. Smaller one. Have we got a little baby one? Nah. Too big for that space. Too wide. Cosmigos, how are you? Good morning. How are you? Come on in. We're doing a little bit of building today. How is Cosmigos today? Off having a good day, I hope. Anything exciting happened, but not too exciting. You know, sometimes that's a little bit too much drama. What we are building today is a fairy estate, a royal fairy estate. So this is what we're kind of building, and it's only using Royalty and Legacy as well as Enchanted by Nature. So it's a little different, I think, and I'm having fun with it. It's coming together really nicely. I think that's really pretty. It's really pretty. So yeah, coming together, and it's just I'm having a lot of fun just working out how to combine these two sort of packs together and making them work and that sort of thing. It's always fun when you have some packs and you're just like, working out how to make it all work, you know. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm making a little estate, and we've been building for about almost an hour and a half. So I'm not going to go too long today with the building, but so we won't get it all done, but I'm going to try and get a good chunk of the, you know, the exterior done, and we'll see how we kind of go with it. But that's how it's looking so far. So far, so good. Well, what if we change the fencing from white to that creamy shade? I've just been trying to balance the colours out and making that work. So I think we've finally got our little colour balance happening, which is nice. And yeah, making it look pretty. And we can maybe go, oh no, I like the white in that one, that's fine. So, chimney, 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 choo. I don't know if I want to add a chimney to this or just put like a roof. Oh no, the roof's not going to work, is it? Maybe we can just have it like running as just a flat top. Yeah, I might just run it as a flat top for now. I don't, because it's quite a wide sort of space, so I don't really want to have it being like a whole lot of chimneys over there. I think that's going to be a little weird. I mean, there is the possibility of using like the grate thing from base game, which is this one here. I mean, you can always use that on it, I guess, if we wanted to go that direction. Oh, it's not going to do that round. What if we did like that? It's going to be too big then, isn't it? Okay, that's not going to work. Never mind then. That's fine. How's me, guys? The day's going alright? Definitely not too exciting. Okay, none of the drama. Love that. Love that. Good, but not too dramatic or anything. Too exciting. Although sometimes some excitement is okay, right? I feel like we kind of want to go maybe some formal sort of style gardens, perhaps. So I'm thinking like maybe some hedges, maybe like a little maze or something. And we're going to have paths running down to either side because we've got our, obviously our stairs going up to the back garden. And then that can kind of go around there. And I'm going to do plants around there or something. Not quite a formulated plan for what's going to be going on over around this sort of high area, but we'll come up with something. You know, something will occur to me. We'll make it work. And doing that, lost all of my foundation. Okay. So we've got that going on, and we've got the sweeping staircases. So that's nice. And we're going to put some railing on. Now, do I want to go with the wooden railing? I think I want to do the wooden railing. Oh, wrong colour though. Shoot. There we go. The wooden railing in that beautiful creamy sort of colour. Running down, kind of sweeping, you know, either side, that way and then that way. Beautiful. I love these flexible stairs. They are marvellous. Okay, so that's sort of our yard and our entrance. So it's coming together, isn't it? I think so. But we can build some more on this next week. We're going to do some more building. Our next stream is going to be Friday, but we're going to be doing some more gameplay. So we're going to get back to our Royal Scandal Legacy and be doing some more gameplay there. So that's going to be fun. You know, I definitely know which plants I want to use here. I want to use those conical plants that we got in debug with Royalty and Legacy. They are really gorgeous, and they just work perfectly with like these sort of estates. I feel like this is going to be definitely like a little less wild fairy and a little bit more, you know, formal sort of fairy estate. So I feel like that's a good combo. Fairies can be formal too. You know, they have their beautiful formal gowns and everything like that. So I feel like that works. I've got a whole lot of windows around the side of the building. Whoops, this side of the building might also need windows, Velvet. There's an idea. Oh, what if we put the brown on those? Oh, would that look good? And just have like a little bit of contrast there. Ooh, we could do that. I think that works. I'm not opposed to that. Still feel like there's way too many windows on there, but I can adjust that. I'm not going to panic about it. Okay, and then the brown there. Okay, I'm okay with that. Alright, we have our lovely estate coming together. Beautiful. So we got that there, and then that on that side. So that was wonky. I thought it was. Honk. It's a train going past. Train your thoughts. Train thoughts. I don't know where that came from. It just came out. The train came and that just came out. So what can I say? Maybe I want to. Those are not going to be friendly with that. Maybe we can have like it coming in like a certain amount, and then I'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we can have that coming in like that. Okay, that works. And then I'll do like maybe some more greenery going in or something. Because this side, oh no, it might work actually all together. And then that going in there. Okay. And then you can go in there and that side, and then we have our path going in there. Okay. I think we can make that work. I am happy with that. Did we get any cool paving with Enchanted by Nature? No, we didn't. I thought we... I don't remember what we got. Oh, yeah, we did. I was going to say, I thought we got some stone stuff. Ooh, maybe we could use that. Oh, it's not really that formal, maybe. Maybe not formal enough. But potentially coming in through there. And having the little stone coming down. Maybe. You can always change it if that doesn't work. Let's do it for now and see what happens. Why not? So we've got our paths, and then I think I'll do our plainer stone running through there for our entrance. And again, we'll have maybe some plants running down either side of that. Perhaps. Somebody's alarm was going off somewhere outside. I think it might be the school across the river. Adjust those windows. Okay. That's working. So let's go. I'm going to go into debug. That's what I'm going to go and do. And we're going to go into debug live edit and pull up some trees. So we got these amazing trees from Royalty and Legacy, which are where are they? I can't see them. They're not coming up after debug. Ooh, interesting. Maybe I need to update my VelvettB by, because obviously they're not coming up. Interesting, because it's the whole Royalty and Legacy debug is not coming up. I think I might need to update my VelvettB by. Testing cheats true bb.show hidden objects bb.show live edit objects, and it's still not coming up under there. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's fine. There, I know how to do it the old school way. Don't worry, I don't have to use a mod for everything. I know how to work things out. Slowly but surely. Okay, maybe it's not going to work properly. Then I can't have the trees that I want. Under Royalty and Legacy. Oh man, I'm going to be bummed if I'm not going to be able to find the trees that I want. Alright then, maybe we'll have to do some landscaping after I've updated my debug, because apparently it's not coming up, and I don't know why not. Because they've got some really cool trees that have like this beautiful conical shape, and they're just absolutely perfect for, you know, for around like the estates and that sort of thing. So I'm just like, oh man, That's okay. We can landscape that later. Do you want that tree or do you want a different tree? Maybe you want a giant fig tree. Whoop. Love it when alarms go off and all this, all you can hear for like a few hours. Ooh, that fig tree could work there quite nicely actually. Giant fig tree. Okay, so I'm going to do landscaping in through here. I want to do those big bushy things, and perhaps we want to have a fountain, don't we? I feel like a fountain is going to be a very nice thing. That's not going to get me the... Oh, yeah, that's going to get me a fountain that I want. It's too large. Maybe we could... Oh, we could put a fountain in through here, and then we can have, like, the path going around the fountain. Yeah, that could work. We're sort of at the portion of the build where I start making things up. In terms of, you know, we don't really need the inspiration anymore, and I've got the shape of the building as I want it, so now we just need to work out... Oh, it's under here. Yeah, how we're going to design all of this, right? There we are. Beautiful. And Elise, hello. This is looking so good. Well, thank you. It's coming together all right, isn't it? I think it's going okay. I've just discovered that my VelvettB buy is not really working properly, and with my royalty and legacy debugs, I'm just kind of like bummed about that because it's stuff from debug that I want to use. So I'm like, oh man. So I'm probably not going to be able to do all the landscaping that I want to do around this kind of area and stuff, but we'll get some basics in place and we'll be fine. I'll be able to fix it up later. But yeah, thanks. Welcome in. How are you today, Annalise? Are you doing all right? Nasina, if you're able, are you able to do like a shout out for Annalise for me? If you're not, then I will attempt to do one. Annalise, yeah, I don't think it'll be updated until the pack is out for everyone. Yeah, they did they did drop like another update since the one that I got. So there was kind of like a VelvettB buy, and then there was like another one a couple of days ago. But then it won't be updated again until, as you say, the pack's out for everyone, which is Thursday. And Friday New Zealand time, but Thursday for the Northern Hemisphere, and then Friday for us Southern Hemispheres, as you do. I'm really excited to see how it's all sort of you know, going to be received by everyone and what they're going to think of it. Annalise, you'll have the early access. How is that kind of? Have you had a chance to play around with it yet? What are you sort of thinking of it so far? How is it shaping up for you? I've been absolutely loving it. I've been playing a lot of Let's Plays and stuff with it, and I've got a couple of Let's Plays running with it, and I've just been absolutely enjoying it so much. It's been a blast for sure. And Alicia, I've been playing it a bit, been working on a review and playing a bit. Oh, awesome. That's cool. And do you like it? What sort of your thoughts on it so far? Anything specific that you've been really enjoying with it, or it's just sort of still getting in the get to know you phase as you do? What am I doing? How high do I want this? Probably a little higher. How high do you go? I don't know if I want candles on the outside. Darn it. I don't think I want candles on the outside. And there's no real good... I don't know. I could maybe do these ones. Okay, actually that works. That works for me. Better lights, yes. Those are cute. And Elise, the cast and build by are gorgeous. The gameplay is definitely fun. I love the drama with it. Some things are just reskins of existing features, but I see every single legacy I have being a dynasty from now on. Same here. Yeah, and I think, you know, that's the same thing with most packs, is that they will recycle, you know, things here and there. The orange tree inclusion in the pack was a little odd for me. It's like, we already have a really good base game orange tree. There's not enough difference between it to really justify there being two orange trees in the game. Anyway, little things like that. But overall, I've just been absolutely loving the gameplay. It's so much fun. And I wouldn't normally, you know, wouldn't be normally my main focus. Like, normally I'd be all about the build buy. But in this instance, it's been like, yeah, the gameplay has been so much fun with it. But to be fair, I have been doing a lot of building as well, a bit of building as well, but it's not like I've been ignoring the building. It's just that I've been doing a lot of gameplay and just having a blast. Like, all the scandals and stuff, and just so much fun. And the way, you know, the the legacies are kind of brought together and stuff, and the way that it's going to affect gameplay in the future. And you know, you can kind of build and forge your like family tree, and you know, you can have some really fun relationships and stuff, and rivals and gossip, and yeah, scandal. Gotta love it. So I've been having a blast with it. It's really, I'm glad to hear that you've been having fun with it as well. I think it's a good pack. I would definitely rate this pack very highly at this point, but I always, you know, just like to sit on a pack before I really start to, you know, think about rating it or anything like that. You know, is this S tier, that sort of thing, because, you know, you kind of go through this honeymoon phase with it, right, where you want to spend, you know, you're in love with it because, you know, it's all new and exciting, and yeah, still the honeymoon phase for me at this point. So I don't feel like I can fairly rate it right now, but overall, I've been having a blast and I think it's a great pack. So we'll just see how that kind of goes a little bit further down the line as, you know, as the shine wears off. As it will do, I think, at some point, but still. Okay, so I think we can probably fit a pool in here or here, and then barbecue area. I think we'll do the pool over here. Do we want to do like a little curvy pool? Maybe we want to do a curvy pool. A little bit of a round to it. Maybe. Maybe that's too big. Maybe that's too big. Seribot, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna miss an air break unless you're subbed. Ha ha ha. I am one. I was just thinking about pools, and I was just wondering if I should elevate it, but I feel like we've kind of got this whole back section already elevated, and then I'm just probably going to be asking for some tricksy trouble if I start elevating that as well, right? It's going to give this a weird shape. Me and my weird shape pools. Da, 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 da. But it's kind of like, you know, kind of a little bit of an egg, weird eggy kind of shape, almost. But it's something a little different. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's funky. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. That's what it is. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. I never really listened to Marky Mark's music, I gotta say. It just seemed like he was trying to, you know, glom onto his brother's fame. Oh my god, how old school am I going right now? Everyone that's a little younger in the audience is going to be like, what on earth are you talking about? Oh my gosh, New Kids on the Block. Who remembers them? Who remembers New Kids on the Block? Let's start with that. Oh boy, that was a time ago. Anyway, they were a whole big thing out there in the world for a while. The New Kids on the Block, and it had Donnie Wahlberg. And Donnie Wahlberg is the brother of Mark Wahlberg. And Mark Wahlberg was Marky Mark. And he used to have like a singing career, and they had like an underwear campaign and, you know, things like that. And then he became a serious actor. So, yeah. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten that he used to be Marky Mark. And at least the name sounds familiar, but I think a bit before my time. Yeah, I just sort of like, as I was saying, and I was just like, oh, I think that maybe I'm losing people on that reference. As you do. Welcome in, Lexus. How are you? Come on in. It's fun inside. How is Lexus today? And has the baby been behaving themselves? Did they go to sleep like they were supposed to? Baby, did you? Annalise said, well, late 80s, early 90s. Definitely say 90s. I don't think... no, I think 90s on those ones. Yeah, 90s. I'm just going back in time right now, and I think the 90s, I would say so. Not so much the 80s. But they were definitely big for a long time, the old New Kids on the Block. Step by step, ooh, baby. Something, mine. I don't remember the rest of the words. It's been a while since I've listened to the song. And my memory is not super duper with some of these lyrics. Thank you, Lexus. I will moisten my throat. I will have a stretch. And a stretch. Thank you. Just what I needed. Perfect. Lexus, New Kids on the Block. That's the one. I was just talking about New Kids on the Block and Marky. I got on the subject of Marky Mark, and then I had to kind of explain who Marky Mark was, and then now I'm going to have to explain who New Kids on the Block are. Nothing wrong with that though. You know that song? Oh yeah, it's a pretty famous song. You would have heard it on the radio, I think. It's been around for a good long while. Step by step, ooh baby. And then that's when I run out of words because I don't remember them. But that's the vibe we're going for. Early 90s pop music. Back in the day. So I think we can probably do our sort of outdoor stuff here. I don't think I can do. Can I do? I'm almost wondering to do like a little platform for the lounges. Yeah, no, I can't. No. Okay, it's going to have to be flat. It is what it is. I've done a raise back, so it's my own fault. Lexus, he got his bed on Monday and he's been learning to sleep in it today. He woke up, got out of his bed and got in mine and went back to bed. We just got up. Well, that's not too bad. At least he's getting some sleep, so that's nice, right? I feel like that's a nice thing, getting some sleep and everything there. Where are my lounge chairs? There we are. What are we going to do? Blue? Or let's go maybe the brown? Actually, that's quite nice. That'll work for this, for the colours of the houses that we've got. And we can do that with the parasol over top, because obviously we need the parasol. Where are we going to sit at? There, and then... maybe back a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Annalise, I was born in the early 90s, so when I was a baby, they were on the radio. Yeah, that would make sense. And they would have been around probably through, your younger days. They would have been fairly popular, I would think. But then, that was that. Just like the pop, just like a lot of pop artists do, they'll disappear. They've had their fame and then they'll disappear again. It's too much glare, I can't see what colours are like. I don't know. I don't really want to do the matchy ones. Maybe we'll do that with the black trim. I know, right? Shocking. Me don't want to do like all matching, but I feel like it's just a little bit too much in the way of patterns and stuff. So I might encase that with a little bit of a fence there. There we go. So I give it a little bit of privacy. And now that doesn't look scented. Lovely. I feel like we need something maybe in behind here. I don't know if it's going to fit in behind the parasol though. Our little parasol thing, umbrella. Let's see her. Give it a go. Lexus, I'm an 88 baby and I know them, but I don't know the music much. Well, fair enough. I mean, you'll know a little bit about them. You would have heard them, I think. But yeah, you might not be all that super familiar with all of their music or anything. I couldn't say that I am either, to be honest. But I'm familiar enough with them to know part of a song that they had. No, that's not working for me. The other option is we can go like in the corner and push that back. That's the better option. There we are. Beautiful. So we can have a garden in through here and in through there, and then I don't know what I want to do in through there, but I do want to have like a barbecue eating area. I should probably, I'm so tempted to throw the Tea Time Solarium kit in with this. But no, I'm doing 2 packs only. I have to do a Tea Time Solarium build another time. It would be really cute to have like a little tea party area. How cute would that be? Oh, adorable. So garden there, and then we'll do a little barbecue area in through here. I think that's what we'll do. And Lexus, you did buy the pack, so you're excited for it? Oh, awesome. So you got the pre-order, so you got the free kits and everything with it as well? Nice. That's cool. Sorry, I think over on the Red app, my stream just cut out for some reason. Sorry about that. I think I fixed it. It's looking okay. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with this little area here, but I'll come up with something. Maybe you can have a fountain or something there, like little garden going in, and maybe some seating. That might work. Yeah, you couldn't pass that up. Oh, it was such a good deal, wasn't it? Like such a good deal to be able to have like not only an EP, but some 2 kits as well, and plus the pre-buy items. It's like that's a lot of freebies. I wish I could. It's kind of annoying me that I can't do platforms and I have to have this so flat. That'll learn me. Oh well. Still trying. Oh well. The other option is I think that would look weird because of the tall walls. I was just going to say I could like create a room or something there, but I think that's going to be a little weird. Definitely going to be a little weird. Joanna, hello. How are you? It's looking amazing so far. Thank you. This is how it's kind of looking all together. So this is our little estate that we're building. We won't get it all done today. I'm just trying to get a good chunk of the outside done. And then next time around when we're doing a bit of building, we can do the inside. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying this build. I think it's looking really good. I've got to deal with a window situation over there, but we're going to deal with that. And just sort of create like a little barbecue kind of, eating outdoor entertainment area. I thought that might be quite nice here. And have a little something for them to enjoy a bit of outdoor entertainment as well as the indoor entertainment that they're going to be doing. Because, inside we'll have like a throne room and we'll have maybe like a formal kind of living room and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm envisioning in my head at this point. Maybe we need to go like a little lower or do something different in terms of like the fencing and behind. But anyway, Joanna, welcome in. How are you today? Are you doing well? And I hope you're having a lovely day, no matter what time zone it is. I figured we can all have a lovely day. Like saying day is pretty general in that sense, because because we're all like in those different time zones, and it's all sort of like a different time of day because it's going almost 11 o'clock here. Oh my gosh, we've been going for almost 2 hours. Crazy. So, time is flying by very rapidly indeed. But, yeah. I mean, it's going to be evening for one person. It's going to be the middle of the afternoon for another person. So, it's just like, we'll just go with the generic, hope you're having a good day. I figure that works. And we can pop our barbecue in there. And there. And then we'll do our little end. Look at that. Little barbecue zone. Very nice. Just something fabulous for the Sims to set on fire. I mean, they're going to enjoy that, right? Wonder if I should cover this up. How? Oh, because it's got the tall walls again, so maybe it might look a little too high. But we could potentially go like this and have our lovely columns going in there and just having like a, sort of like a covered area. I realize I'm going to have to redo things, but that's fine. And we can go like that, and like that, and like that. Oops. And like this. And then we can use like the little mosaic thing, which I am in love with. I love this item from Royalty and Legacy. I've been using it all of the time on so many different in so many different ways, and it's just one of those versatile items that I have been having a lot of fun with. I think I might have to change the size of this. Yeah, we have to bring it in one, I think. We'll change that. Move that in. Lexus, I need to work on my event for the free stuff. Oh, you do. So it's week number 2 at the moment has now launched for the event. I did it this morning, and I love the new bookcase that we got. It's very cool. So yeah, don't forget to go and claim your free stuff and do your quest for the event and claim your free stuff for this week. So that's out now. Hooray! Joanna, exactly what I thought of when I said it would match with Enchanted by Nature. I'm good, thank you. Hope you're doing good as well. I am, thank you. I'm doing very well. I'm having a lovely morning just hanging out with people and building. You can't really complain about that, can you? Okay, so that needs to go one wider. All right. There we go. Figuring it out. We're getting there. So that means we need to move those around. Just getting the, the spacing right on it all. That's all good. There we go. Brilliant. And I know they don't look like much at the moment, but as soon as I delete that roofing, they're going to look much better. So we go, delete the roofing from under here. No. Oh, man. There we go. Got it. That's cool, right? I love that mosaic stuff. I think that's awesome. And then I can do like a little fence around there, and we can make that all work. Yeah, it's like a nice little sort of secluded, but not wholly covered in area. Joanna, it's night for me, almost 11 p.m. Oh, you're just about ready for bed, right? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you're a night owl. Maybe you're just sort of getting started. I'm not a night owl, so as soon as I hear someone say 11 p.m., I'm like, oh, that's my bed. That's past my bedtime. Or that's my bedtime. Depending on how I'm feeling on a night. Usually I go to sleep at sort of 11, half 11. But I go to bed a little bit earlier and do a little bit of reading. But it does depend on how tired I am. So if I'm a little tired, then I'll just go straight to sleep. But if I'm not tired, then I'll read for a little bit. And that's my time to read. Because, I love a bit of reading. I'm a big reader. I'm reading a book at the moment called Master of Crows, and I'm very much enjoying it. I can't remember the name of the author, but it's a sort of it's a romantasy, so it's like a fantasy, but it's got like a really strong element of romance to it as well. And it's kind of like a bit of a master apprentice kind of a vibe romance, which is cool. I'm there for that. Maybe we could go like a little bit, and like that. We have a path coming up there. Okay, that could work. And that can work there, and then that comes in there. Okay. All right. I think we have our little eating area. Woo! Annalise, yeah, you're doing the event now. Excellent. What part of the quest are you up to? So I do like a little bit of the. I release it on my YouTube channel, but I do the event each week and pop that up on my channel just. So if people aren't able to get there, or if they get a little bit stuck or anything like that, you can go and sort of have a wee look at how I did it, and check that out and go from there. You can go with that option. I feel like if I take off the afternoon, it'll be a little bit different in there. I don't know. Maybe I want to go like a little bit of darker flooring and just mix it up a little bit. Have something a little different. I think that might be quite nice. I wish we had this coloured, this coloured wood, like that colour wood there as a flooring. That would be awesome. It's almost, but not quite. Alright, I'm going to leave it that colour for now. I can always change that later. And we didn't get like a... Oh, we did get a sink like that. I'm just thinking like a little sink outside. Like, your wash-up sink for when you're outside doing your things. There we are. Perfect. We can have a rubbish bin out there and some eating. It's going to be lovely. Cosmegus, I'm waiting till the last week to do it all in one go. That makes sense. That makes sense. And then you don't have to sort of go in and out and do things. I get the logic there. And then you can sort of do things that you need to. Oh, we can do like an outdoor dancing area as well. Like you can have that, and a bar. Oh my gosh, we're going to add these things out here. That's going to be fun. And Joanna, a night owl definitely, but I have school tomorrow. I'm graduating this spring still. I just wanted to see how far you got before sleeping. Aw, well, that's really nice. Thank you for doing that. It's always nice for you to pop in and say hi. So thank you. That's really sweet. I'm getting along okay. We're definitely going to be still building this in the future, because it's a fairly large build in that sense. But we're going to got the shape of it, and we got the exterior, and we got a good chunk of the landscaping done. My debug isn't working properly, so I don't have access to the Royalty and Legacy debug, which is what I actually wanted to use to landscape this. So I'm going to have to do that landscaping a little bit later, but that's okay. That's fine, not a big deal. So yeah, it's coming along quite nicely, but I appreciate you actually, making the effort to say hi and stop in and see what I was up to. That's really sweet. Oh my god, my tummy's just rumbled. Did you guys hear that? It was like my stomach was just like, Velvet. So, that was fun. Naughty tummy. It's because I skipped my morning banana and my stomach's not happy with me. Like, where's my morning banana, Velvet? Oh boy, that's the colour I want. There we go, that's a little better. And then we can maybe, oh, what if we had, something wall decoration. Oh, like the real, the crest on there. And you could probably get like a little bit of a seat on there, like the bench. That would also be quite cool. So there's like this beautiful carved bench that you get with Royalty and Legacy. Like, it's gorgeous. Pop that in behind there as well. Nice. So we can do that. We'll have like a little garden there. I'll do something around there, probably like some seating or something. It'll work out. Joanna, still it's a lot and looks great. I'm leaving now. Have fun. I'm kind of getting sleepy. Sleep well. Thanks for popping in, and I'll catch you next time around. Bye. Okay, let's see about a dance floor. It's always nice when people come and say hi. I always appreciate it. And when people, chat and hang out, it's always really nice for me. I think it's lovely that people make the effort, because people don't have to, They don't have to. So, anytime they do, I'm very appreciative of it. Okay, so what if we went like that? And had like a little dance floor. Oh, we could put a piano out here as well. I'm sure the piano would do very well outside, and won't get walked at all in the weather. But then we can have like a little bit of entertainment. I mean, this is a royal residence, right? You're going to have royal entertainers out here, and playing the piano and that sort of thing. Also, there's an outside speaker with the Tea Time Solarium kit as well. I was going to say we need a speaker, but maybe I can do like a little shelter under here and make that work. Maybe I can't. I'll just put it outside and we'll see what happens. I'll test it in play testing, see whether or not it works. But pop that up there. I was just thinking, even if we put like a little awning over it, I'm not going to be able to put a roof over it because the roof is going to be way up here, and that's not going to work. But I don't know, would an awning work as coverage? I've never really attempted that. Has anyone ever attempted that? Like having an awning over an outdoor speaker to see whether or not it gets wet? I feel like an awning is decorative and probably wouldn't, act as a roof, but I don't know. I've never tried it, so I don't know the answer. That's the question. No, like, can you have like a little thing going on, like a little sheltery type thing? I really do need an outdoor speaker for it, don't I? Oh well, I was kind of curious. Snooky for life. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Hey Velvet, 2 more days. I'm so excited. I know the countdown is on, right? The countdown is on. I'm so hyped for everyone to check this out, and I'm looking forward to hearing all about the things and what you guys think of it, because yes, we've been waiting so long. It seems to have taken forever to get here, but 2 more days, 2 more, and that's it. And then it's going to be yours and in your hands, and you're going to be out there and playing and having some fun and setting up your dynasties, which is going to be great. I'm very, very hyped for you guys. Ah, so exciting. And have you sort of planned your day around the pack releasing? I'm kind of curious if anybody's done that, like they've taken the day off work, or they've taken the day off school or whatever, and have like got the big plans to spend the day playing around with the new pack? Like, have you sort of gone out of your way to make sure that you've got that time to spare? Because, yeah, I think that's, I feel like there's going to be a few people that are going to be wanting to do that, and I think that sounds cool. You know what, I've, for all that I've done this amazing, amazing fun area, I think I have to remove that piano. I don't have anywhere to eat. Fabulous outdoor eating area with no tables. Genius, Velvet, yet again. Snooky, I'm curious to see what you think about the recycling situation with the items that look similar to other items they released. Does it feel like they're too similar when you're playing with the other packs installed too? Yeah, I haven't noticed it too much as yet, but I've been playing. I haven't really been doing a lot of building and stuff with multiple packs. This is my first time where I'm sort of mixing in another pack, and I'm just sort of doing the one pack which is Enchanted by Nature. But I honestly, other than the orange tree, so the orange tree bothered me, and I think I probably mentioned that a time or two. But yeah, I didn't really think there was much point to the orange tree. As far as the other items go, yeah, I really haven't played around with them too much. I'm thinking probably the likes of the chairs and the sofas do have a similarity to some of the stuff like, you know, from Vampires that we already have. But yeah, as I said, I haven't really gotten to the point where I can mix and match or have mixed and matched with those as yet. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting as we get a little bit further down the line. Actually, I might be able to put that piano back now that I've done that. And seeing how that kind of works. Because I didn't really think about the fact that, yeah, there has been a bit of similarity, I think, to some of the other packs as far as the build buy and stuff goes. But, yeah, the only one that's really bothered me so far is the orange tree, which we have in base game. And I was just like, did we really need that? And I feel like we did not need that at all. Snooky, I unfortunately have to work that day, but I plan on getting into it on Friday after work and playing through the weekend. Thankfully, my husband is okay with me spending Valentine's Day playing. He's like, yes, honey, you go play. Oh, that's nice. That's kind of funny, but also nice at the same time. It's good that he's understanding and he's not too worried about you spending the time playing with the game. But, you know, I think that's a really nice thing for a husband to understand that, you know, you've kind of been waiting for a long time for something to come out and you're like, well, no, I really do want to play it and I want this chance to play it and stuff. And, you know, I'm sure he won't mind getting out there and doing what he wants to do anyway, spending time on his projects for the weekend and for the evening. They generally don't mind too much. Depends on the husband, but yeah, mine wouldn't be, not that he loves Valentine's Day anyway, but yeah, he'd be like, no, that's fine. That way I can go play my game. I'm like, okay. And off we trot. Very romantic way to spend Valentine's Day, right? Just off doing our own projects, but, you know. We're both having fun and enjoying ourselves, so I guess that counts. Okay, we have like a very regal kind of eating area. We've got dancing, we've got a piano, who I kept changing the position of. We've got a couple of tables out there. I feel like we do need a banquet table, though. I don't know. Small tables, banquet tables. Small tables, banquet tables. I feel like there's space at the bar to eat, and then there's like 4 seats. So that's kind of like eight seats out here. So I think that's okay. I think that's okay. And at least my husband and I have never really bothered with Valentine's Day. Nah, neither have we. Except for for this one time where I totally pranked my husband, and I say this one time. This was a multiple year prank where I would, knowing very well that my husband wasn't going to get me anything, would get him like these really lovely Valentine's gifts, and he'd feel a little guilty because he hadn't got me anything. So then he would have to go get me Valentine's gifts, and he thought I was taking it seriously, and I was just like pranking him, making him feel guilty. It feels a bit awful now. I was going around making him feel so guilty about the fact that he didn't get me a present. I wasn't bothered whether he got me one or not. But yeah, I was just kind of pranking him by getting him stuff. And he was like, oh man, now I have to get her stuff. And he was like, bah. Anyway, that was just a fun little prank I did for a few years just to annoy him. Always appreciate that. But no, we've never really done much in the way of Valentine's Day either. It's just never been a big celebration. But, you know, if people want to get out there and celebrate their love and do their things, then I think, you know, go for it. just depends on the couple and how you feel about things. And yeah, not everybody's into it, but other people are. Each their own on that one. Snooky, yeah, major green flags for him supporting me. I think he's grateful to save money and have us hang out in the house instead of being around a lot of people trying to go out. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it gets so expensive as well on Valentine's Day, you know, and there's all sorts of expectations about, you know, making it romantic and spending, you know, spending oodles of money to go out and have a romantic time together. And it's all really nice to, you know, obviously have a good time and have a bit of romance and that sort of thing. But also, you can kind of do that any day of the year, so you don't need to get out there and panic too much and worry about, you know, just the right, what's it called? Reservation, that's the word. Reservation and just the right restaurant and, you know, spending all that extra cash. It's like, well, you know, maybe you want to put that to something else this year, so I think nothing wrong with that. Same with you, Cosmigos. You don't do Valentine's Day either. It's just, it's another expense thing, and yeah, it adds up, you know. And then when you've got kids as well, you got to get a babysitter, and it becomes like a whole thing. So, you know, it comes down to the fact that we're just, like, in essence, lazy and like to stay at home. That's kind of the rundown of it, right, for us. It's just like we're kind of lazy and we just like to stay home and not spend money on things. It's nice to have a nice meal, though. It is nice to have a nice meal, but it's just what it boils down to, I think. We'll spend the night together, you know, we'll spend the time together hanging out and, you know, enjoying each other's company. It just won't involve spending money to do it. That's the thing. It's a great thing. I thought it was funny because he knew I was doing it. It's not like he didn't know exactly what I was doing. And he was just like, I'm not going to get you anything. I was like, that's fine. I just got you something because I love you. And then he would just like think about it throughout the day. And then, and then he couldn't help himself and he had to get me something. So it wasn't like I was just, you know, being mean for the sake of it. He knew exactly what I was doing. He knows me very well. He's my best friend. And yeah, we know each other extremely well. So it wasn't like he didn't know what I was doing. He just couldn't stop himself from, you know, falling for it, basically. Fun. Gotta love him. Bless his little cotton socks. I'm just wondering if I should have like some sort of fountain or something under here. I don't know. Maybe a little fountain, and we can bring this in like another one actually. Yeah, let's go a little deeper on this path, and maybe we can put fountains on either side, like little matching fountains, and then like a little garden in there perhaps. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Fountains everywhere. Fountains in my hair. Hopefully no fountains are actually in my hair though. It just rhymed. I'm trying to decide if I put the fountains here or if I put them there. I don't know. Just trying to work it out. Like symmetry is kind of, oh, I can't do a fountain there anyway. Okay. So I'm not, okay, never mind. I had to be fancy and do like a lifted kind of thing, didn't I? So you could, in theory, do, actually, I think like a fountain there might make sense. And then maybe we could have, okay, so the path, and then a little garden there. We can do like a bench coming in through there and then through the garden. Okay, that could work. Just sort of planning it out. And next time I come on, hopefully I remember. Next time when I try to build this, hopefully I remember. Who knows, though? Okay, so we're going to have the benches there. We can make that opposite that bench, and then that's symmetry. Beautiful. And then the garden's in there. I feel like we need like a little tree or something. Oh, no. It's on a platform. It's on a foundation, Velvet. Stop doing that. Oh boy. I feel like we need like a little green point there, maybe like something there, like that, and we can put like some garden stuff, like the new hydrangeas, for example. I would have probably liked some different plants. When we were talking about the recycling thing, like some different plants probably would have been quite nice. Like I like the fact that we got this long hydrangea curtain, but maybe it could have not been a hydrangea. You know what I mean? Like, did it have to be a hydrangea? Could we have had something else? You know, it would have been nice to have like a slightly different type of plant other than, you know, the hydrangea, which we've had left, right, and centre for years in the game. You know, with all sorts of different packs and, you know, lots of different iterations of it, you know, but it's been in base game for a long time. I think I got it for different plants along there, I think. But yeah, I would have definitely liked to have some different plants for sure. So that was another thing I didn't like so much. Snooky, how do you get the different color swatches on the left side of the screen like that when you click on an object? Oh, so if I click on that, so this is the swatch tray, and this is part of the Better Build Buy mod that Twisted Mexi does. So I use that. I don't really use the swatch tray as much. I every now and then I will, but yeah, that's part of the mod, the Better Build Buy mod. So I love that mod. It's my favorite mod in the whole wide universe, and I miss it when it's gone. It basically allows me to sort through debug easily, and it allows me to, find things I think easier in the build buy menu, and also it puts on the cheats all the time for you as well. So like all your building cheats are always on. So that's very handy. So it just means you need to not do so much prep when you start building, which is a nice thing. It's just an ease of use kind of thing. It's not like a thing that I have to actually have. I just enjoy having it because it just makes building easier. Yeah, it's a good mod, that one. If you haven't got it, I highly recommend it. So I think I'm probably going to wrap things up there. I've had a really nice stream. We've done quite a lot of work on making this build, but I don't have the access to the debug stuff that I want at the moment. So I don't want to do any more landscaping without that. And I think it's a little bit too late in the day for me to actually start the interior. So next time around, I might do the landscaping off camera. We'll see how we go. And then we can start on the interior next time, and we can just like go ooh and ah over the things and try and mix and match the Enchanted by Nature pack and Royalty and Legacy in the interior. So that's going to be interesting because they've got like kind of different vibes in some of the furnishings and stuff. So I'm really intrigued to see how that kind of comes together and works as a cohesive kind of look. But I think we can make it work. I think the build buy stuff that really does work between the two packs is the carved sort of wooden stuff. You know, I think that those elements are really there for both Enchanted by Nature and Royalty and Legacy. So yeah, I kind of think that those would work well. But the aesthetic that I want to lean into for this is sort of like a little bit more of the opulent side of things. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that kind of ends up looking, I think, all together. But you know what? We've made a really good start on this house, and I think it's looking really cool. It's a decent size, but it's not massive, and it's on a 50 by 50 lot, so it's not too bad, and I think it's sort of pretty, but definitely needs a little bit more landscaping on it. But you sort of get the idea, and I think I've still got to put like the wisteria on the outside and the plants on the outside and stuff, and bring it to life that way and add a few more details. But the basics there, so I think we did well. Yeah, it's a really cool mod. So yeah, I highly recommend Better Build Buy by Twisted Mexi. Very good builders go-to mod. Thank you. It does. I was actually really pleased with how it's sort of come out and come together. And I think with some decoration and stuff, it's going to look super pretty. It's going to be very good for the fairy royal family who's going to live there. I think they are going to really enjoy it. When's the next Cinderella episode coming out, by the way? Ooh, let's have a look. Let me have a wee look-see. So there will be one out tonight. So that'll release in approximately 11 hours. There you go. So that's coming out tonight. And then there will be another one coming out on Friday. Don't know what time yet, but yes, that'll be tonight at 10 p.m. New Zealand time. So yay! Are you enjoying that series? Are you? I'm so glad that people actually out there watching it and enjoying it, because it's fun to see how all the gameplay works and how it all comes together. It was a fun episode. I think the one coming out tonight, I had a lot of fun with it. I could have probably kept going for ages and ages, but I think I don't expect people to watch for several hours of me playing the game. Thank you, Snooky. Thanks for popping in, and you have a great night as well. I'll catch you later. And with that, I'm going to sign off from stream. So thank you guys for watching today. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Words are not coming out of my mouth properly. And I will be back again on Friday, 9 a.m. New Zealand time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. And we will be doing some more gameplay in Royalty and Legacy. And we'll be doing the Royal Scandal Legacy, where I'm attempting to have some children and finish the serial romantic aspiration. And yeah, moving on to our next generation. So we've got our heir. So we're going to basically start working towards that next gen. It's going to be hopefully a nice quick legacy. So we'll see how we go. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to, let's see if we can raid out. You know what? There's not too many people doing Sims today. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a shame. Oh well. I'll just say bye then. I'll see you all on Friday.